Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this particular video, I am going to be sharing a story with you guys. So this is a story time. The last story time that I did was the story time of my In the Heights audition, which I can't believe was, my goodness, 5 months ago. Time goes by incredibly fast when you're in this machine. But yeah, let's get started. This story time is very juicy, so yeah, stay tuned. As many of you guys know, I am crazy about music and the arts. I have a passion for all of that. It definitely makes me feel at home wherever I am. And I will always continue writing. I'm a singer-songwriter, so writing drafts and poems and, writing on a journal and just like taking bits and pieces of little things, or little excerpts, or like little sayings that I just come up, with out of the blue, is crucial. So I always have to be and that mentality of writing and exercising my brain with different type of stuff, reading and stuff. I don't come from a privileged family. I don't come from money. My mother, she was born in Mexico and she lived on a ranch with her grandmother, raised by her grandmother, and literally started learning about chores and how to take care of the house and how to cook and everything at the age of, I want to say, 5 years old. And her first real job was at her uncle's store at age 13. So she always instilled that hard work is extremely essential. And not only did she always, say it, but I always saw it. I'm a witness of that, because she was a single mother raising me, and it was definitely very tough. I don't come from privilege. If you see me anywhere on stage, or you see me, doing something, or creating art, it's not coming from a money standpoint. It's coming from a point of love and passion, because honestly, as many of us know, a lot of local artists don't have the luxury to say that they make a fair wage, or that they have a stable income. My socioeconomic status, even growing up, has never been perfect. However, I do believe in working hard, and I do believe in training to reach and achieve your goals. And I just want to give you guys this little story of my younger years when I was in high school. I've been, chasing this dream of, performing and becoming and bettering every time, just getting better and better ever since I was I want to say in 7th grade, and I feel like it's about action. Yes, dreams are important, but it's extremely important to take action and to never give up. And so this is just a little story to basically just give my little grain of sand, or grain of salt, to this story, to hopefully maybe inspire you guys to keep going, and just so you guys know what everyday local artists, or just anybody that's in this business, goes through. So yes, I'm not where I want to be yet. However, I am extremely proud of the things that I've achieved and the growth that I have made. I think it's important. Growth is extremely important. I think the most important thing is to focus on being the best version that you were yesterday, being the best version, and just being better and better, like I said, every time. I started songwriting when I was 15 years old, and I didn't really view it as something possible for me until I was a sophomore, so I was probably like 16, I would say. And basically, I always had a dream to like get in the studio and like record and stuff. But when I was in high school, I was really busy. Like I was everywhere, and I never really took it seriously. I felt like, well, I know that I have talent, but I mean, I'm really young, and my parents really don't support me 100% with this. So I guess I'll just revive this pulsing desire when I'm like older and I can be more independent, and I can just not need anybody's permission to do what I have to do. And now, as somebody who is 21, I have the independence to go wherever I have to go and meet with other individuals that are serious about this and that are adults and that have definitely more experience than I do. And I feel like that's the most important thing, to surround yourself with people that have more experience, so that way you learn more and you don't constantly stay in the same place, that you're constantly growing. And that's basically what I want to do. I want to experience new things, and I've had to be by myself for a very long time, and I've had to train by myself. Have never had any vocal lessons. I basically took it upon myself to really just train and work really hard, and in a very short amount of time, I have been able to accomplish the tone and the pitch that I want for certain roles, and just like a lot more, like my gender dysphoria has diminished just because I've been able to find and train my voice to vocally feminize it in a way. And I know that it's not where I want to be, but I'm getting there nonetheless. So yeah, it goes hand in hand with that. And I feel like a lot of the times, being LGBT as an artist, especially in a city such as Phoenix, I feel like it should be a plus, because I feel like people like us in our community they're literally filled with talent, and they're so passionate about the arts, and we've been supporting so many other artists, and I feel like queer artists, or artists in the LGBTQ spectrum, deserve to have the ability to be in these spaces, regardless of their sexual orientation. I feel like at the end of the day, we should be surrounded by professionals and surrounded by people that want to see our greatest potential, that want to see the best of us. So basically, I promise this video is not gonna be too long. Basically what I wanted to say and how I wanted to start my story is me in sophomore year of high school, taking songwriting seriously, reading books on songwriting, staying up really late to write and draft and put lyrics on music and stuff. And I remember particularly the summer of 2016, I believe. I had no internet at home. I was about to go to Mexico, for summer break. And I basically was just in my room all day for like a whole week prior to going on break and stuff. And I just remember the only thing that I had that gave me like inspiration was the radio. And I would wake up every day at 6 a.m. just to listen to the radio and just to listen to like the songs, and maybe even like draft inspiration from like those song structures, and just to see how I could do, like, let's see if I could actually implement something to this, or if I could take this lyric and transform it in a different way, or if I could add to the song or maybe change the chorus, what would it sound like? And I feel like doing that really helped me with like the song structure process and just like how everything will fit together. Rhyming is a is an essential part, but a lot of the times I try to skip that and I try to maybe make another type of tune that is not so cliche and stuff. And I, even now with my music, I definitely try to not be cliche. And honestly, I'm proud to say that I don't think there's a lot of an artists or a lot of songs or even just a specific genre to define my music. I feel like there's nobody else that sounds like me. And if there's anybody else that sounds like me, they're mostly a copycat or not the real version of me. And the real version is here, present. Excuse my little hairs on top. Um, but yeah, my sound is very unique to me. My sound is very true to me, true to my roots, true to who I am. I sing mainly in Spanish, but I also do have bilingual songs, and I do have a few songs in English. I have no, at all, no complication in singing in either language. I am dominant in both, so to me, I feel like that's a strength because there are so many people, especially here in Arizona, that are bilingual and Spanish and English dominate. So to me, I feel like I use that as my strength, you know. And I mean, I've been songwriting ever since I was 16, just, you know, listening to the radio. But now, finding out there's so many more tools, so many more possibilities to experiment, to, you know, use different apps. And not even that, but like now I have the ability to get into a studio and record and stuff, you know. But my sound is really, really personal to me and very unique to my roots. So, just a little background, I am Native American, Mexican, and Italian. So I do consider myself mixed. People oftentimes they confuse me as somebody that's white, which is kind of crazy to me. Like I've had locals like Chicanos like ask me like, "Hey, like, are you white?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not white." Like, and it's just crazy. And then white people think that I'm like Native American, and then Native American people think that I'm just like Mexican. So it's like weird, you know. So I'm Italian from my dad's side, and I'm Mexican and Spaniard from my mom's side, and from my dad's side, I am Native American. One of my uncles, who is actually Navajo, I've never actually had contact with him, but he's Navajo, so I must be Navajo because he's Navajo, and like my genealogy from my father's side is mainly Navajo. But in my hometown of Sonora, where I was raised, I was born here in the United States, but I was raised in Mexico. And in my hometown of Mexico, the Yaqui tribe, which is also very present here in Arizona, is also a dominating tribe over there in Sonora. And there's also a city called Navojoa, which I feel like it has to do something with the correlation with the Navajo tribe as well. I've never been I've never been like in a tribe or anything like that. It's not like a strong, potent Native American heritage because I'm not as connected as I should as I should want. But nonetheless, I would love to honor, you know, my roots and my just who I am as a person and all the labels in my music, regardless of, you know, honestly, labels really don't, you know, define me because at the end of the day, I'm a human being. And I feel like if you work hard and if you have dreams and if you're overall a good person, those labels and those statistics or whatever that contradicts your success will never, ever, ever bring you down. If you stay true to yourself, you work hard, and if you have a strong mind and a resilient mind, you can achieve almost anything.